Ford. Born in America, for America, powered by freedom and questionable life choices. For over a century, Ford's been building engines that range from adorably underpowered to literally banned from NASCAR. And today, we're diving into the greatest hits, the biggest misses, and the absolute chaos in between. The Ford Flathead V8, born in 1932. 3.6 liters of displacement, many liters but little horses. Only 65 fire-breathing American ponies. But back then, this was the people's V8, the first affordable 8-cylinder engine for the common man. And who loved it most? Bank robbers. I'm dead serious. Bonnie and Clyde wrote Henry Ford a thank you letter because this engine was perfect for outrunning the cops. Nothing says quality product like a testimonial from armed felons. Hot rodders still worship this engine today, probably because they enjoy constantly tinkering with things that leak oil like a politician leaks excuses. The 427 SOHC, aka the Cammer.
Oh, yeah, baby!
7.0 liters of pure, unfiltered American rage. Single overhead cam design, making around 600 horsepower in an era when most cars struggled to hit 300. Ford built this specifically to dominate NASCAR. NASCAR took one look at it and said absolutely not.
Nope.
And banned it before it turned a single competitive lap. Imagine being so good at something that they changed the rules just to keep you out. That's the 427 Cammer. Ford's response? Fine, we'll go drag racing where there are no rules, only violence and tire smoke. And it became a top fuel legend. Sometimes when life gives you lemons, you make 200 miles per hour quarter-mile passes. The Boss 429. 7.0 liters of homologation special that Ford had to cram into the Mustang to race it in NASCAR. This engine was so massive they had to basically rebuild the entire front of the car just to fit it. Relocated shock towers, modified suspension, custom everything. It was less installation and more aggressive vehicle surgery. Rated at 375 horsepower, but that's a lie. A beautiful, insurance company-pleasing lie. Real output? Probably 500 horses of pure fury. Only 1,359 ever made. And today, they're worth more than your house. And your neighbor's house. And probably a small yacht. Now let's talk about the 1970s and 80s. The oil crisis hits, emissions regulations arrive, and Ford collectively loses its mind. The Mustang II.
What the hell is even that?
2.8 liters V6, 105 horsepower. 105. That's not a typo, that's a tragedy. The Pinto came with engines so underpowered they'd lose a race against gravity going downhill. Even the 302 Windsor, a legendary V8, was strangled down to about 140 horsepower in some applications. That's less power per liter than a modern lawnmower. People were getting dusted by station wagons driven by soccer moms. This was the era where a performance car meant it starts most of the time. Then 2011 arrives, and Ford remembers they're supposed to make cool stuff. Enter the Coyote 5.0. 5.0 liters, all aluminum, dual overhead cams, 32 valves, and over 400 fire-breathing Mustangs stampeding out the exhaust. No turbos, no superchargers, just good old-fashioned, naturally aspirated violence. This thing revs to 7,000 revolutions per minute, like it's trying to escape Earth's atmosphere. It sounds like freedom mixed with poor financial decisions and a complete disregard for fuel economy. And the name? Coyote, not Modular V8 Phase 3 or TVCD Power Unit. Coyote, like the cartoon character that blows himself up with TNT. That's how you know Ford stopped caring about being boring. The 3.5L EcoBoost twin-turbo V6. 6 cylinders, 2 turbos, an absolute disregard for what truck guys think is proper. Ford put this in the F-150, America's best-selling truck, and marketed it as eco-friendly. Truck owners rioted. A V6 in a real truck? What's next? Yoga classes at the dealership. Then it made 365 horsepower and 420 lb-ft of torque. Current versions? 400 horses and 500 lb-ft of twist. That's proper V8 territory from 6 cylinders and some force induction wizardry. But here's the insane part. Ford took this engine and put it in the GT supercar, their flagship, their halo car, a V6. And then they went to Le Mans and beat Ferrari. In 2016, on the 50th anniversary of their original win with a V6. That's the most Ford thing ever. The 7.3 V8, nicknamed Godzilla, because apparently Ford's marketing department just gave up on boring names. 7.3 liters of pushrod V8 goodness designed for one purpose, to absolutely refuse to die. This thing is built for commercial trucks, work vehicles, and anywhere you need an engine that treats abuse like a suggestion. For 130 horsepower in stock form, but the real party trick? It's overbuilt like a nuclear bunker. Cast iron block, undersquare design, basically engineered to survive the apocalypse. And of course, hot rodders are already modifying them because if there's one thing enthusiasts love, it's taking something reliable and making it questionable. So there you have it. Ford engines. From 65 horsepower bank robbery specials to twin-turbo V6 supercar monsters. They've been banned from NASCAR, dominated Le Mans, and powered everything from Pintos to GTs. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and remember, that check engine light is really more suggestion